Hello YouTube, welcome to the dojo, you're here with Samurai Man, and today we have the Transformers Masterpiece MP-21 Bumblebee with Spike. And yes, I know a lot of people are like, is it Spike or is it Daniel? And I'm going to say it's Spike because Spike always hung out with Bumblebee in the first season, or first like 2 seasons. They were always together, he was his buddy. You know, that's what I'm going with. Daniel was more of Hot Rod's buddy, slash RC, slash Springer and Ultra Magnus, that gang. He was part of that crew, he was part of the next generation. So, yeah, I'm saying this is Spike. So anyways, nice figures, very well done. I'm really glad it came with this Spike figure. I didn't know it was coming with that first, so I was like, wow, that price point's crazy. Then they started throwing Spike, and I'm like, okay, a little bit more tolerable. Still crazy, but a little more tolerable. Not as bad. But the figures themselves are very nicely done. They're glorious. I'm loving them. I am loving them so much. I mean, the Spike's just a nice little figure. It's whatever, but Bumblebee here is beautiful. You can see the paint scheme on Bumblebee is pretty much, you know, yellow. It's yellow. Nice black tires with some silver rims. I'll go into details with them in a second. Blue clear windows all around. Bam, 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 bam. Nice Autobot logo right there in red. Some silver headlights. And then also these little orange, I guess, turning signals. I'm assuming that's what these are. They're the turning signals. Got a bumper here. Doors are painted, or at least the door handles are painted. Clear for the taillights. I like that. They're very nicely done. Clear red. They come out like a nice crimson-y red. Very beautiful. It's actually got a license plate in the back. There's nothing on it. Kind of wish there's like some sort of like hidden message that you like to do every now and then. But whatever. Some vents that are here molded in very nicely. Also, he's got a back bumper. This one likes to pop off pretty easily when you're transforming it. So if you want, just take it off when you're transforming it. Or leave it on. It's not like it will come off. It's just, there's a transformation piece here that you get to handle a lot, so it just will most likely pop off from handling it, but it's not a big deal. Come around the front, look at that VW. That is a nice little VW logo. This is a Volkswagen Beetle, I believe. Volkswagen something. Very well done. He's got some more of that nice silver here. I'm guessing this is like a latch or something for when you open up the hood. Also, right there, let's see if I can focus. There we go. Look at that. Every tire has that little Volkswagen logo. That is a nice little touch right there. I really think that's awesome. I love it when they do stuff like that. That's a nice little touch with the Volkswagen logos on each rim. Beautiful, beautiful. It's the little things that make this guy stand out, because he is a little thing. Taking a look at Spike, he is his little rocket thing. I don't really know what he is. He's got wheels. He kind of rolls. Decent. Better than he was before, honestly. So yeah, he rolls a bit. I don't know what he is. He's got thrusters. He's got wheels. Turbo car. Space thing. I don't know. But it looks nice. I like the colors. It's got like a kind of like a grayish turquoise. Like it's like a light. I feel like it's like a sky blue maybe. That's been like mixed with gray. That's what's giving me that vibe. With white. A lot of nice little molding in there. That's really what's making it stand out, is all the nice little molded details. You can see right there and there. Give it that space age kind of design, that sci-fi 80s look. Very well done. He's got Spike's face there. He's got his helmet on so he can breathe in space. Some more of that molded details come around the bottom. Really, this is pretty much the main molding piece there. So very well done. His transformation is pretty interesting, which I really do like. So there you go. Nice little figure. And as always, he does come with his little Masterpiece collector card, I guess. Trading card, whatever you want to call it. Wheeljack came with one too. I just forgot to show it off now that I remember it. There you go. Volkswagen Type 1. I guess that's what this is called, this vehicle. There's his tech specs. 284771017. 2-in-1. I'm assuming 2... I'm trying to think of what his low scores would be, because he seems like he'd be pretty evened out all the way. Like a 1? What would 1 be? Height? I could see 1 being height. I don't know. But nice. Very well done. I like this. Just, you know, keep it with the collection. So I did manage to get my hands on the collector's coin as well. Hopefully I can track down the rest of them, because these are very nice. Now, I didn't realize how nice they were until I actually had them. And they're beautiful. So right now we have this design here that's supposed to look like Bumblebee, like his yellow paint job and all that. Some rivets and all, very nice done. Transformers Masterpiece. We've got an outer silhouette of his head, which looks really cool. And then an inner, darker silhouette of his whole body with just his eyes peering out right there. That looks very nice. Go ahead and open it up. And bam! So it's got Transformers Masterpiece there at the top. And then we got Bumblebee Autobot MP-21. This is a really nice coin. It's done up in gold, which I really like. The other ones are usually, I think, silver or gunmetal-y color. Usually they match their character. So this one's done up in gold, which is very nicely done. I love this. Very well done. MP-21 there. And again, his silhouette of his head. And if you want, you can actually turn this into a little base. There you go. So stand right up. Nice little piece to put in your room or whatever, your shelf. So coming back to Bumblebee, he does come with a couple of accessories that will work for his vehicle mode. We've got here our little sprue that comes with 2 of the side view mirrors. He only needs 1 just because this particular car only uses 1. It's a nice little touch. Personally, I'd prefer having both my side view mirrors. That's just me, you know, helps me out when I'm driving. This guy only needs 1. So you just pop it on there. Really easy, just clip it off the sprue and then just pop it in here. It's a snug little fit. Getting it off is a little tricky. They do give you a little leeway so you get your nail in there that you can pop it off because you don't need it in robot mode. It just doesn't look really that well in robot mode. So they do allow that you can take it off, which I do like. I don't know if there's going to be a reoccurring thing with the future figures where they're going to have the side view mirrors detachable or not. But it's fine. Not bad. Add some character to it really is what it's doing. Next up, he does have his extra tire there, or at least the casing for it. What we can do here is, like I said, he's got that license plate there, so if you want, what you can do is flip him over, and there it is in the front. There's a little space there and a little tab hole. What you can do is, there's no real storage for the weapon, because he does come with a really nice blaster, but you can just put it in there, just keep the tire separate, and then put this on top, because like I said, it doesn't clip in or anything, just the tire does, but not the weapon. And that'll hold it down. I think I got it. There you go. And that'll hold it very well. So now you got your weapon stored, you got the tire down. Looks not too bad under there. I don't know if the actual vehicle in real life held it like that. Now what we can also do is, if you want, you can actually take off the license plate and put the tire there instead. So just pop it off, get your finger in there. Real easy, just comes right off. And then you can just slide this right in. But you're probably thinking like, whoa, 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 this tiny little black bit, it's going to be gone in like 2 seconds. I'm going to blink and it's going to be off the desk. But here's the thing, they thought of that. Takara was like, well, I got an idea. Why don't we just store it in a perfectly nice little spot for the tire? And there you go, storage right there. You don't have to worry about losing it. Pop this in. And again, that just adds a little bit more character to the car, which I really like. That does add something. Really nicely done. Adds a little bit of personality to this guy. And it's accurate to at least the robot mode. I know I've seen him with robot mode where he has this piece on. I don't exactly remember his vehicle mode having this, but I wouldn't doubt it if it did, at least at some panels of the cartoon, you know. Maybe the earlier on stages when they were like trying to be as accurate as possible to everything, and then down the line they're just like, yeah, let's just make him this big and this small and that wide and whatever. So we're going to start things off by transforming Spike, and what you want to do is just remove the helmet. It's on there very secure. I believe it's just friction, but it's on there pretty secure. And then what you want to do is rotate his head down. It's on a hinge. There you go. Have it face forward. And have him like that. Looks really funny like that right now. And we'll just start by splitting up the arms, or what are these thrusters right here. And just get them out of the way. And then bring back what will be the feet. You want to accordion them outward. And just bring them forward. There you go. Next up, what we're going to do is a little hair there. What we're going to do is fold in these flaps. That hair is just still there. What we're going to do is fold in these flaps right here. That'll fill them in. Bring up the chest plate, or what will be the chest plate, right there. So far, so good. Looking sharp. I like that chest plate. A little more color in it. So bring down around the arms. They're on a hinge. And then bring them down. And then rotate them. Be careful because these ball joints here are very finicky. I mean, they're simple. They're ball joints. They pop off. You pop them back on. No problem. But it's just annoying. Then fold in the tire. There you go. Fold in the tire. And then pop that ball joint back in. It's like almost part of the transformation that you have to pop off the ball joint. And then what we're going to do is rotate the arm into that slot. So there you go. One arm down. And bring it around again on this side. Bring it down on that ball joint. Fold in the tire. And then fold this around. It's really interesting how they do the transformation on this guy. But unfortunately, his articulation lacks. And we'll go over that. Next up, we want to bring around the foot. And I believe his feet are backwards. Are they not? No, they're not backwards. They're just weird. Yeah, no, there you go. So bring around the foot like that. And then what you want to do here is bring this tie around. It's on a little tab. It's on a double hinge. I'll get the foot out of the way for you now. So you want to rotate the whole tire up like that. Bring it around. There you go. Fills it in. Bam. 1 foot down. So just come around to the other foot, and once again, just like pop this tire segment down. Bring out the foot of the little room. Rotate it around. And then just fold it on up. Bam. And we're done. Well, whoop, whoop, whoop. Almost forgot. Helmet. This time the helmet was like this originally. So you can see that's a bit awkward. Now, just rotate it. And I can see his face. Simple and awesome. For articulation, he does have a hinge at the shoulder. Bring it up and down. He does have a ball joint at the elbow, but it's really awkward. I mean, it's just really, really, really awkward. So you can bring it around, but as far as bending it, that's not happening. He's got this rotation here, but that's part of transformation. So you have that. Nothing at the waist. Ball jointed hips. So you can bring up the hips, but there's nothing at the thigh, unfortunately. So you bring him up, bring forward, back. He does have these side skirts here, which I really do like. So that way you can move him a bit more. Bend at the knee. Again, not very much. That's it. There's your bend. Goes forward a lot, but not backward. So there's that. Ankle, kind of. I mean, you can bring it forward, but that's about it. Again, it's a simplistic figure, but very nicely done. Molding-wise, lots of nice molding. Again, I like the molding. Some nice red and yellow paint apps have been now shown off in robot mode, which I do like. You can't bring his arms all the way down just due to his posability. They are hindered. So you kind of just keep him in this like stoic pose, like he's ready to punch. He does have like these laser things here, which are kind of cool. He also has fists molded in here. You can kind of see he's got 4 fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I guess like this blue chunk here is supposed to be the rest of his hand. So if you can see his face behind the glass, or you know, plastic, he does have a pretty much basic expressionless face, standard. You know, what you see is this with every Spike and every human figure basically that comes with a Masterpiece. He does have a nice collared shirt there to fill it in, if you can kind of see it. That way it's not just like a head on a chunk of plastic. They did kind of make it look like he's actually in a suit, which is nice. Got brown hair, pale skin, no eyeballs, and then a nose and mouth. So very nice. He'll go nice with the human collection. So bringing in Bumblebee will transform him now, and I'm going to start by removing the bits that you don't really need to be there. And there you go. What I like to do also is twist for the side view mirror. That really helps get it off. So we'll put these off to the side for now. And what we're going to want to do is, there's a couple different ways you can do it. I'm going to start with the doors and bring them down. Standard Bumblebee transformation, doors, always with the doors. The instructions say to flip this up to help you get there, to get this out. But I think it's easier if you go from the doors. So I do that. Bring this down, reveals the crotch area and the waist and everything. You can see the whole leg segments coming out. This is freaking awesome. What we're going to do here is take this front flap and bring it in and give yourself some clearance. Just get it in there. And then that's awesome. So it's set up right there. Fold it in. You're going to bring this whole waist area around, this whole torso, abdomen, everything. And it just folds it up really nicely in there. Gives it clearance so you're not rubbing up against anything. Awesome. Love it. Love it. Beautiful. That is Masterpiece right there. That is why this is a Masterpiece figure. So split up the legs, and what you're going to do is, again, just like with Spike, accordion down the leg segments, the knees, and they're going to clip in right there. It's not like a solid clip, but it's like kind of like a frictiony clip, but you'll feel it. You don't hear it, but you feel it clip in. Bring down the legs. There you go. And just like with the third party, what was it? It was a drag strip figure, but it was the Menosaur drag strip. I don't remember what they called it. Downforce, I think it was. Just fold up the extra kibble around his leg to fill out the leg, which looks nice. The door. That's what I'm getting at. Fold up the door. Oops. There you go. There you go. Clips in very nice. Fold up the tires. Bam. Bam. And the feet are done. Coming up to the top half of the body, this is where things get interesting. Well, it's already been pretty interesting, but it's getting even better. What you're going to want to do is it tabs in right up here at the top, or at least, I guess, the bottom of the car now. But bring these out, and then just kind of detach it from the rest of the car. There you go. Rotate this segment down, do it on both sides, and for now we're going to leave it like that. And what you want to do is take these back lights, these back tail lights, and they're on a double hinge. Just fold them out of the way for now. Get that double hinge the best you can do it. There you go. Bring it around, untab the forearms from the tire, and then push that in until you can hear the click, because that is important. So there you go, get that out of the way. Or I guess it would be easier if you just, yeah, there you go. Now I got it right. I guess it would be easier if you just pulled out the arm and then did this double hinge section. But whatever. I did it the way I did it because I did it. There you go. Make sure it's all lined up. Rotate the arms around. Bring them down. Rotate them around. Flip out the fist. Boring. Really boring. Yawn. Flip out fist. Seen it a million times. Wish they did a little something different. But whatever. You don't really see any of the ugly hollowness of this figure, so it's fine. I let it slide only because you really don't see the hollowness of it, just the way the angles are of how everything is, so we'll let that one pass. Next up, take this whole back segment, and we're going to cheat a little, because you can see magically a new back windshield appeared, even though it was being covered originally. So a little bit cheating, but whatever. And now there's the head. Bring it down, this whole segment's going to come down. Actually, what you want to do first is rotate this whole section here. And then what we're going to do is we'll bring it up so that way we can fold down this bumper area. And let's see if I can do it without disassembling it, because usually when I do this, the bumper pops off. And I almost did it. Just pop it back in, no big deal. Fits like a glove. Like I said, yeah, it pops off. Bring it down, and you want to make sure that the tires and everything's clipped in right, so that way there's proper clearance, because there is a tab in the inside of his back, which tabs into the rest of his body. So that holds this all in place. If you want, there's actually a perfect gap here. If you want to like slide in that extra bit of plastic there just to kind of hold it in place. That works, but it's not really going anywhere. It's good, it's solid, it's fine, don't worry. And we're pretty much done. Just get them all cleaned up. Oh, last but not least, almost forgot. Last but not least, you want to push on this panel here the best as you can. Or actually, you want to push it up, maybe. Maybe that'll help. Nope, I was right the first time. There you go, and that'll give you a little slot there so you can put your fingernail in. And bam! Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So just to do the finishing touches, what we're going to do is take this back tire thing like I said before. You can do it with the license plate, you can do it with the tire, whatever. This is actually accurate to the show. He does have this tire here. It might have been a little lower, but this is still nice. It's not hurting the figure. It looks nice. So here we have Spike and Bumblebee paired off together, and they look great. I think this is a great scale. It works for me. He's in his little mech suit, so he should be a bit taller, quite a bit taller. And it just all looks beautiful. The designs are great. Very smooth on Bumblebee with some nice molding on Spike. It's perfect to the show. The big old clown feet with the headlights and everything. He's got the windshields and everything for the chest. The spiky head. We'll go and zoom in a sec. You'll see the smile on his face. Everything is just so well done. This Autobot logo is actually molded in. I'll go ahead and show you that also. It's just so well done. The proportions are great. I mean, I just can't talk enough about this figure. One complaint. One teeny tiny thing. These little bits here feel like they should be connected to the bottom of the car piece right here. Not like connected, but they should be lower. It just looks weird. Like I feel like these are supposed to be flush with the tire or with the car hood, but they're not. And that could be a bit awkward, but it's forgivable. It's minor. It's very minor. One thing you want to note is, again, you have this side view mirror that you don't need in robot mode. I'd say get a little bag, something, and then put it in the box when you're done with it, because you don't want to lose this. You do have a backup, like I said, you do have a backup, but just to be careful, just make sure you put that away. So here you have Bumblebee, actually with his alternate head sculpt that they gave him with the figure. Originally, he was packaged with his blank expression face, which I'll go ahead and show off in a sec. It's kind of blurred, there you go. So yeah, it's hard to see, but he does have a little smirk on his face on this one, a little smile, where this one's just blank and he's just like ready for battle. Commander Optimus Prime, what do you need? That's what they're going for with this one, whereas this one, he's got a smile, a lot more happy-go-lucky, hanging out with his buddy Spike all day. That's what that's supposed to be. As well as, they gave him his alternate, they call it the battle mask face. I don't think he ever used it in the cartoon. This was only because the original toy had it, the G1 toy. So I appreciate the fact that they gave you options for that. Do you want it to be G1 toy accurate, or do you want it to be G1 cartoon accurate? So that's awesome. I like it. Plus, it just looks like a cool battle mask. So we'll go and swap it out right now. It's very easy. What you want to do is get your finger. There's a little groove up here. And just be careful. Just as easy as you can. Just pop it off. There you go. It's easier now, but the first time around doing it, it was a bit of a hassle. Just because, you know, everything's fresh, crisp. Things are setting in. But once you get it off, it's a little easier. You know how it is. Like, you have that one joint that's really stiff, and then after you use it once, like, you set it, and it's fine. So, there you go. Battle Mash G1 Toy Accurate looks awesome. It's up to you how you want it, but I think this is cool. Obviously, I'm going to go with the G1 Accurate smiley face. The grimacing face is fine, but I like the personality of the smiling face, so that's my choice. So for his last accessory, he does have this nice little laser blaster done up in blue. Looks great. Again, that 1980s sci-fi feel to it. Go ahead and instead of clipping into his arm or anything, there's no tabs or clips or anything. You just slide it right on in. His hand is just a fist on this figure. I don't mind it. I don't feel the need to have his hand to be all complicated, so that's fine. So there's that gappiness I mentioned. You don't usually see it, but if you got the pistol blaster going, you might need to see it a little. And this looks good. I like this. Kind of get him in a pose. He's got plenty of articulation, so if you want to just like, yeah, ready to go. Maybe you want to swap him out for a little battle face mask action. Make him look a little more intense. He's just like, rah, go, go, go. So the articulation on this guy is pretty immense, actually. So what you got going on here is he does have some hinged shoulders. That's partially due to transformation, but you can bring him down quite a bit. And then there's also a ball joint at the shoulder, so you can bring it around. And all the way up 180, whatever you got to get done, my friend. Bicep swivel all the way around again. No worries there. As well as a bend at the elbow. It only goes 90 degrees, but that's not bad. Still fine. Nothing at the wrist, unfortunately, but again, there's a decent amount of articulation everywhere else in the arm, so you can figure something out. He does have a rotation at the waist, so that's nice. All the way around. Beautiful. His hips can go all the way up, and all the way back, and all the way forward. They're not ball jointed, but they're solid. Bend at the knee. Plenty of bend there. He does have some ankle tilt. A little bit of side to side, a little bit of forward and back. The doors do get in the way there a bit, but it's alright, forgivable. It's still, that's pretty good. He can definitely get some decent poses. I've gotten some nice poses out of him. So no worries there. His head can go all the way around. No issues. 360. As well as look down. Although he doesn't really need to unless he's talking to Spike, but that's about it. However, he can look up, and he does need to do that a lot. He is one of the smallest Autobots out there. He is currently the smallest Masterpiece Autobot I own, so looking up is useful for him. He definitely needs to look up if he wants to talk to somebody. So here we have Bumblebee and Spike with a couple of the other Autobot crew, and you can see size comparison. I think it looks fine, no problems. Like I said, he could be a little bigger, they could be a little bigger compared to Optimus, but other than that, they all look great. Aesthetically beautiful. Size still isn't not that bad. I mean, yes, do I think he's as tall as Optimus' knee? No, I think he's at least at the waist, maybe just below the waist, but I think he should be a little hair taller. But other than that, fine. They look great. Beautiful. So transforming back, we'll start with Spike over here. Let's move out B. And then we'll start by rotating out the tires. Get those out. There you go. Maybe you can even use these as melee weapons if you want. Your choice, your toy. You do it. Do what you want. Go with what you feel. Rotate out the arms, flip around basically the slots here, and then open up his chest plate. See, there you go. Open that up, just get it flat across the rest of the body. There you go. Open up these flaps here, get that going. Move that out of the way. Then bring it again with these ball joints. I think I was here. Right. Okay, so yeah. Bring this around so you want to have the tires facing that way and the jetpacks and everything. That'll line up with this panel here, so you can bring this downward and get that all lined up. And there you go, so you got that arm done. Next, come around with this arm. Same thing. Just want to bring it around and then rotate the arm at the ball joints. Sort of. See, I know it's going to pop off. I know it. It's going to pop off. So bring this around like that. There we go. Bring that up. Around. Ooh, it's windy out. Why doesn't it want to? There you go. Flip down this little tab, right? Not tab, but that flap. It's all come together, don't worry. Again, accordion the legs. Oh, so weirdly. There you go. There's actually two little tabby things here at the end of the back of the legs that will tab into the front of the body. So if you want to get that going in, you can. That way it lines up everything. Bring down the feet, just get these shoes out of the way. And then rotate out the tires again. And tab them into each other. There you go. Tab in those tires. Rotate them forward. There you go. bring up the feet. That'll fill in these slots now. And we can just go ahead and tab in these slots here. And it's not very secure, I'll be honest. Some of his tabs are not, well, most of his tabs are not very secure. But once they're all together, they're pretty solid. Like, you just have to get them together, then they'll want to stay. But doing it, like transforming them, can be a bit fiddly. So anyways, actually, we'll go ahead. What's done tabbing? There you go. Bring this up. Tab that into the side there. Tab this arm into here. If I can get it. There you go. Back into his thing mode. Rocket thing. Rocket thing, go! Kind of rolls. Oh, and last but not least, take off the helmet. You can get it. There you go. Flip the head up so that way he's looking forward. Rotate the helmet. If I can get it. There you go. Rotate the helmet, line it up. And bam! He's good to go. Done with now with Bumblebee, what we're going to do here, we'll start by removing, again, the bits we don't need. Take that, put that off the side for now. Bring out the back of the body, untab it, because it was tabbed in by this black bit here. Just want to get that off. And what we're going to do, again, most likely, I'm just telling you right now, it's going to pop up, popped off. So yeah, just pop that off, then flip up the back of the trunk, I guess this would be. I don't know, did Volkswagens have trunks back then? Do they have trunks now? I feel like they're a tad on the small side for a trunk. Then just clip these back in. No. I'm thinking about gluing the bumper in, but I don't know yet. Like, is it worth the trouble? Because then again, maybe I shouldn't, just because I don't want it to break off after that point, but whatever. Anyways, take it, rotate this whole chunk. Remember that part? Rotate it up. Bring it in like that. Next up, split up the side panels, get the tires out. And the arms are probably the most complicated part of the transformation. All you want to do, getting them back into vehicle mode is a little trickier just because sometimes I forget a little bit of how they go. But I do remember this is on a double hinge and it's not wanting to flip. There you go. Flip, flip, flip. There it is. Bring it around, and the way you want to do it is rotate the arm where there's a tab hole. There it is. And then angle it. You're going to want to push it up and then angle it. Or bring it back. There you go. There we go. I got it. Got it in one. There it is, people. Bring it in. Tab it in at the forearm as well. There's another tab up there. Bring that in there. And let's see, where do we want to go from next? Fold in that arm. Bring it in. Bring it in. Fold everything. Fold everything! And that popped off. That bumper. That bumper is just frustrating. Rotate the arm. That's my one complaint, is that freaking bumper. Let's see. Was it like that? Yes. And then I wanted to bend the arm ever so slightly. And again, you can see that tab popping out right there. I think I got it. Yep, I got it. Got it in one. Rotate it. And again, tab that in. And we'll leave the bumper for now. We'll do that later. Next up, bring down this whole torso, waist, everything area. Flip back up this panel. Love that piece. Flip down. Actually, open up the doors here. I'm going to get them back out. Come around the side of the leg. Bring it back out. Fold up the foot. No, don't do that. Stay there. Take out this knee. And then accordion it up. Remember, we had to do that. There you go. This is the trickiest, well, I think I already said that about the arms, but this part's tricky too. Getting all, again, panels, just getting panels to line up. It's always a son of a shepherd trying to get that stuff going. So we just want to line up all the little tabs. Oh, whoops, and I forgot. Bring out the tires. Rotate out the tires. I like that part. That's probably one of my favorite parts of the transformation is doing the tire. I'm not sure if it's the tires or flipping out this panel and back into his body. Both of those are they just feel so satisfying when you do it. I don't know what it is, but it feels satisfying to transform it like those parts. They're just so clever. It's just, I wouldn't think of that. Yeah, see, sometimes this panel doesn't want to line up. There it is. I think I got it. Then you want to get these panels, these doors here, want to get lined up. They like to pop out as well. And I think we got everything in order. Let's just put this bumper back together. Was it downward? Was it facing downward? And hey, there it is. If you want, you can leave the Autobot logo just showing. Personally, I prefer not to, just because I think it looks nicer. At least more vehicle-like when it's not showing. So you want to do that panel before you get the legs going all pushed back together, because all that junk does block it from flipping over. So just something to keep in mind. And last but not least, again, you can take the tire here. Like I said, I prefer it with the tire instead of just the plate. And push that back in. So guys, these are both really awesome together. They're a nice little set. I enjoy both of the figures. Both of them very nice paint jobs. They both have very nice molding. Plenty of good stuff all around. Vehicle and robot modes both look great. Especially for Bumblebee. His vehicle mode looks fantastic. You wouldn't even know he turns into a robot, honestly. They did a great job on keeping both modes looking sharp. And I'm loving it. If you're a fan of Masterpiece, G1, whatever, get this line. It's so great what they're doing with it. Even third parties are getting into it now. Right now we have the third-party Dinobots Masterpiece that I'm getting. They just have announced Perceptor. There's a third-party Masterpiece Perceptor coming out, again by Fans Toys. Fans Toys is known for their third-party Masterpiece line. As well as, what else do you got? We've also got the, Reflector. Fans Toys is making a Reflector. Gotta get on that. It's gonna look great. Finally, someone's getting the Decepticons going, because I don't know how many Decepticons we're gonna have with this Masterpiece line. I still need to get Starscream and Skywarp. I really want to get that. Oh, also, who is doing it? Transbots. Transbots is doing Megatron. They're doing a third-party Masterpiece Megatron. I'm excited for that. Right now, I just ordered. It just came in stock today. The Keith's Fantasy, KFC, whatever. Keith's Fantasy something, KFC, Keith's Fantasy Collectibles, something like that. KFC Toys just had their Transistor, which is Blaster, a Masterpiece Blaster. That just came in stock today as well. So my Masterpiece shelf is going to look amazing. I'm going to have Dinobots, I'm going to have Blaster, I'm going to have the main core guys that have already come out. I've already got Ultra Magnus ready to go. Let's see, Dinobots, got some Decepticons coming down the line. I regret not getting that Shockwave that Fans Toys did. That was their first Masterpiece one. I wanted to wait off on that because they were a new company at the time. I think this was their first thing they were doing. So I usually try to hold off on new companies until I've seen reviews and stuff of them. But now I regret not getting that Shockwave because it was glorious. And it would look great to have with Soundwave and Megatron. But I'll get it someday. We'll figure something out. Something will happen. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to follow me on Tumblr as well as Twitter at Vacation. There's also my Instagram at MechasOfReinhardt, where I have pictures of tons of stuff in my life, little sets I do, my toys, whatever I'm in the mood for, comes up there. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great night.